Well, from the pulpit to City Hall, Reverend Angus Thompson dedicated his life to serving the city of Wichita Falls.
The longtime pastor and former counselor died yesterday at 86. Tyshan Dawson joins us now with a look back at his impact on the community. Tyshan?
Thompson's son says his father was a lion of a man who believed you can't lead from the sidelines. Whether it was marching for civil rights, founding a church, or speaking up at city council, he worked to give a voice to the voiceless.
So, we're sad as a family, sad as a community, but it's a time of celebration. I mean, his legacy literally should be celebrated.
For more than half a century, Reverend Angus Thompson devoted his life to faith, justice, and community service. From the pulpit of New Jerusalem Baptist Church to his seat on Wichita Falls City Council, those who knew him say he lived with purpose and led by example.
He's fearless, and he was just the ultimate role model for me. And, so he literally blazed a path, not only for me, but for a lot of young men and women in Wichita Falls.
Thompson passed at 86, leaving behind his wife Shirley, 4 kids, grandchildren, and a great-granddaughter.
My dad told me, very wise man, he told me, son, every time you get a gray hair, it's a reminder that this is not your permanent home.
I'm just grateful that the Lord has allowed us to see this day and to see this completed, and he's faithful to his word.
Even in the face of threats during the civil rights era, Thompson marched, protested, and preached, fighting for change.
He was a voice of change, and he fought for justice. There was a lot of times when I was a kid, he would get death threats at the house, and he still showed up. He still marched. He still protested. And to have that living example in my house, I was probably, me and my sister was probably the most fortunate kids in America.
At New Jerusalem Baptist Church, his leadership extended far beyond Sunday services.
We tried to pull the community in so they'll see us. We want to be out front. We don't want to be a church that's inside the walls and not out in the community. So we actually get out and mingle with our neighbors. Let them know who Jesus Christ is. That was one of the things the pastor wanted to make sure that the church was out.
Under Thompson's leadership, the church served the community with neighborhood cleanups, helping families get air conditioners, buying shoes and Christmas gifts, and more.
Hopefully we've been able to lift up some the aspirations, and they can see themselves doing great things.
But his work didn't just stop there. He also served on the Wichita Falls City Council.
My dad taught me is that you can't lead from the sideline. And so being on the city council was a way to jump directly into the race, so to speak, and affect change and have a voice. And part of his whole life was being a voice for the voiceless.
And while Reverend Thompson is gone, his family and congregation say his legacy of service will continue to live on in the church he built, the city he served, and the lives he touched. Services are set for Saturday, September 20th at 11 a.m. at New Jerusalem Baptist Church.
I know a lot of people will be there to look back on his life and remember his legacy. He was always so kind when we all, came to his story.
The one time I met him, he was a fantastic person to talk to.
Absolutely. I enjoyed my time with him as well a few years ago, too. So, Tyshan, thank you so much for bringing us that story.